felt like a presence that was familiar, like I had met it before.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna be checking out They Lie Above. Now, apparently this analog horror series is about some creatures or aliens or something that was discovered during the moon landing and stuff like that. Now, I'm really excited for this analog horror series because it is by one of my favorite creators, the creator of the Smile tapes. So with that being said, of course, let's get straight into it. Top secret information. Any unauthorized viewership will be heavily penalized. X-15 test flight. Date 26 July 1962. Flight number 112. Pilot Neil Armstrong. Famous. What is this dingy camera? Where is he flying to?
98,000 feet on your way down.
Censored for the sake, for the viewerships, for your sake. What am I talking about? What is it? You can't censor it. Come on. Bro, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking the suspense. Oh my god. Oh! I see tentacles. I see tentacles. Oh! Is he about to crash? The camera did not survive the landing. Picture after the flight. Visibly shaken from what he saw. Armstrong was given memory drug. What? Armstrong was then transferred to the space program on September. Okay. So Neil Armstrong.
1947, the community of Corona, New Mexico experienced a strange event that caused confusion and sparked curiosity. The people reported a quick bright dot in the sky. Some reports estimated that the light was traveling as low as 1,400 feet and as fast as 300 miles an hour.
Dang.
10 days later, on the morning of July 6, 1947, a rancher named Michael Bazel saw some peculiar debris on his way into town. That evening, Bazel decided to visit the site to investigate it.
UFO crash
He told
site.
his family about his plans for the evening, expecting to be back the following day. Little did they know, this was the last time they would see Bazel. After 48 hours with no word, the family grew concerned. Worried, they drove to the site Bazel was expected to be in. He was nowhere to be found.
Oh, he
The
did.
family called the authorities to file a missing persons case, and a statewide search was started. To
Yeah, he
this
did.
day, Bazel remains missing. An interview of William Bazel, Michael's son, was conducted by KOB News, July 24th, 1962.
Okay.
Still have that memory of him leaving that afternoon, and all I can remember is feeling pain. I love my dad. He was the best dad someone I could ever have. He worked hard to give us everything. He told us he'd be back. Never would have thought that would be the last time I ever seen him.
Yep. Now he did.
And it still haunts me to this day. We were scared. Mom and I wanted to move out the state as soon as we could, and she hasn't dealt well with the whole incident. She's been having nightmares for years. She calls out my dad's name in her sleep. He still might be alive today.
Nah.
And I hope he is. I'm just afraid of what he's gone through.
Nah.
Meredith Bazel, the wife of Michael Bazel, refused to be interviewed.
Whoa. So we got a missing father, Michael Bazel. 5 officers were sent to investigate the site a month after Bazel's disappearance. All of them returned with a different demeanor, akin to shell-shocked soldiers. The officers described flashes of images in their mind. The site was cleared up the next day. Cleaned up the next day. March 7, 1986. William Bazel investigates suspicious activity in his house. Bazel installed a motion sensor camera. These images were captured that night. What am I supposed to be looking at here? Like, is that somebody there? Bro, get you some new cameras. Oh my god. Okay. I can see something in this one. Yo, the music. Okay. Set the tone. Bazel became paranoid after viewing the pictures. I would be too. I'm not sleeping in that house the next night, since he believed his father was abducted by aliens. Okay. Okay. What do you think? The aliens after him now?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have
July
liftoff.
16th, 1969.
Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
So I was right. There is some space aspects to this. My intro wasn't a lie, guys. My intro was not a lie. Have you ever thought about how weird it is that like large objects look like they're moving slower than they actually are? Like this is moving at like hundreds of miles per hour, probably even thousands at this point, and it looked like it's going up so slowly. Everyone likes, you know, space, bunch of rocks. But I'm being lifted.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What am I looking at?
Drugs were stored in the probe. We weren't sure about why it was needed. So we asked them, and the only thing they told us is that it's for dire situations.
Dire
And
situation.
they weren't your typical first aid kit, you know. The bandages and those kind of stuff. Like they were pills without any label. They looked peculiar, and we were confused on why our superiors gave us that stuff.
Pills? I'm not popping no pills without any
And then
label.
I felt something. I don't know why, but I started to feel dreadful. It really, it felt like a presence that was familiar, like I had met it before. There's stayed inside the probe, and he told me a week after we arrived back, he also felt that same presence. It was a very
Presence.
confusing and scary experience.
Whoa. So they felt some kind of weird presence when they landed on the moon. February 17th, 1972, a recording of an interview with William Bazel, talking about his encounter with Neil Armstrong.
I was at the shop in my local town getting groceries, and Neil Armstrong happened to visit the town at the same time. I grew fascinated with space over the past few years, so I went up to him and I greeted him, and we started talking about his Apollo mission. It was a lovely chat up until that point. I don't know what had gotten into him at the moment, but he had stopped. Like, he had this expression of pure fear and trauma. It's like a switch in him flipped. I asked him if everything was all right, and he said he had to go. He walked out of the store in a brisk manner, and as if he were being followed.
What?
Really odd.
So it's like the aliens are like either watching them closely or inside of them. Neil Armstrong throughout the years.
We'll never hear the end of it. Oh, never hear the end of it. They'll
So with the
never
slideshow.
understand what we've done. Don't cry. Don't cry.
That's right after the test
Oh,
flight.
don't be afraid.
Or not.
Our future's bright as the sun. We'll never hear
There's supposed to be
the
some
end
kind
of
of
it.
change?
We'll never hear the end of it. But darling, as long as we're one.
Wait a minute. Why he still look so young?
Don't cry. Oh, what can they say?
Bro, is he not aging?
It's too late now, 'cause it's done.
Okay. Something is not right. Yeah. Ooh. Bazel continues to grow more paranoid. So what year are we in right now? He knows why they're here. He wants answers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's something right there. March 19th, 1986. April 4th, 1986. April 23rd, 1986. So, why are they stalking his house like that?
Where is he?
Oh my gosh.
What did you do to my father? I've been searching for him all those years. I had my mind off him until you guys came. What do you want, for God's sake?
Yo.
Hello?
You're dead.
Hello?
June 5th, 1986. 1 month later. I wonder, is he possessed now too? Or I don't know what kind of creature.
Yes, Dad?
Can you give me the toolbox? I'm trying to fix something under the truck. I'm here at the garage.
All right, I'll be there. Dad? Dad?
Oh yeah.
Dad?
Your daddy ain't there.
Where are you? Dad?
They waited a whole month to take this man?
I can't find you. Dad?
Oh, William Bazel, 1937. Yo. Alright, so that was part 1. And like I said in the beginning of the video, we most likely won't get a part 2. Again, the creator of this series and the creator of the Smile tapes has kind of just separated himself from analog horror and the horror space in general. I want to know what's so special about like the Bazel family, so specifically that they not only went after the father but ended up getting the son as well. Now, maybe my hypothesis is they took the father, and the son was just kind of getting in the way too much, and unfortunately it looked like they got him too. Now the thing is, in between those two like snippets, we got a snippet of Neil Armstrong kind of gradually getting older and older, and it didn't look like my man was aging at all. I mean, it's 2022, he's still looking like he pushing 50. That wasn't adding up to me. And in real life, I don't know if you guys know, Neil Armstrong died in like 2012. So for him to be still alive 10 years later, when in real life he died at the age of 82, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because Neil Armstrong is kind of not here anymore. So now I'm curious, is this an alien thing, or if this is like a supernatural, like otherworldly thing, kind of not alien, not like space related, kind of they're here on Earth? I would assume it's a little more space, like alien type related, because in the video, you know, they make it very clear with Neil Armstrong, the astronaut, and then you have and Michael Bazel going missing at the UFO sighting. So obviously it's heavily implied that these are aliens that are coming and either abducting people, they're on Earth abducting people. I'm curious if they like, you don't get much information, because I'm sitting here wondering if the Neil Armstrong aliens and the Bazel aliens are kind of the same beings, or we're dealing with two different things. My theory will be is that these are two different instances that just kind of are very similar to each other, so they're being told at the same time. Because the Bazel situation is the father goes to the UFO site, he comes up missing, and this is after like a bunch of people saw this bright light hovering around 14 feet in the air, and I guess they crashed down into Earth. It becomes a museum of sorts, and yeah, so people visit, and he decided to visit the site and for some reason didn't return. Now, and obviously the aliens seem to kind of take an interest to William, I'm assuming because he probably has been searching for his father. Now, Armstrong, on the other hand, encountered them on his first flight. He was like, you know, flying a plane, and he encountered them, and unfortunately he came back. He was kind of shaken. He's been in and out of this like trance-like state. He'll be in public, you know, greeting people, and then boom, he feels like he needs to go. And again, we have agents who went and investigated the site themselves, and they all came back with this kind of possessed type feeling to them. Now, that's kind of my little theory, is that we just have some kind of aliens here that are possessing, abducting people. My thing is Neil Armstrong still being alive is crazy. That is crazy. But I hope you guys like this. Again, don't expect a part 2. I doubt we really get one, but if you guys like this, please like this video. Let's kind of come up with some theories. Let's come up with some theories about where this could go if it was to ever come back. That being said, thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.